右よし、左よし。次は何をしようかな。
Yeah. I mean, I guess I got past the controller issue and stuff like that in Steam Unlocked. That Steam Unlock had that the Steam Unlock file had. So I'm not sure if they were missing files and stuff because the controller did not want to work. Well, it wasn't the controller. Sorry, the game wasn't responding to the controller. So I went straight to DLPS Games and downloaded a copy there. And the only problem is this version is hold up. This version is 1.30. The game goes up to 1.32, I think. Yeah, 1.32. So that means there might be some bugs or whichever that the previous updates had before. They said there were some bugs over here before 1.32. Like Sophie glitching or whatever, but as long as it doesn't affect us progressing through the game, I don't care. If it closes down, if this copy closes down, then I most likely will switch to Blue Reflection, or stop the stream either way, and just until I can buy the game, and then Okay. Go to Star Landing. So that's the sister.
あなたまた鉱山に行ってたんですって？もうあそこ危ないからダメっていつも言ってるじゃない。あまり心配させないでちょうだい。ごめん姉さん。ごめんなさいね。 挨拶もまだなのに。私はカミラ。この町の復興のために王都から派遣されているものです。
Camellia.
こっちはランドルフ。私の補佐官を務めているわ。
I have no idea. I don't know why they changed Y to jump. There must be a specific reason, but I'll see. Guess we'll see together, but
よろしくね、スレイ君。今回はわざわざ来てもらってごめんなさいね。それじゃ、早速お話を聞きましょうか、リアス。
まず。
なるほど。私たちの話を盗み聞きして行ってみたら、そこに錬金術のアトリエの遺跡があったと。
だいたいそんな感じ。
大事に至らなくてよかったけど、盗み聞きなんて感心しないわね。
ごめん。
大事な遺跡に踏み入ってしまい、ご迷惑をおかけしました。
ああ、スレイ君はそんなに固くならないでいいのよ。迷惑をかけたのはリオスの方なんだから。
恐れ入ります。
ところで、スレイ君はどちらから？
ルイネ州です。どうしても調べたいことがありまして。
ルイネ州から？はるばる大変だったでしょう。そこまでして調べたいものがあったのね。
はい。俺の父のことで。
お父様の？
実は俺も12年前まではこの地に住んでいました。父はこの町を警備してた一人で、12年前にあの悲劇で亡くなりました。俺はどうしてもあの悲劇の謎を解明したくて、それでずっと手がかりを探していたんです。それでルイネ州を回っていた時、ある男から遺跡の話を聞きました。あの事件の鍵となる遺跡があるって話を。だから俺は仲間と一緒にこの地に戻って、そしてあの遺跡へ。
仲間？おい、こら、スレイ！
that's the woman I wanted to see.
お前。
Oh, okay.
よくもこの僕を置き去りにして行きやがったな。
すまないエル。これにはかなり複雑な事情があってな。
その事情とやらは、この高蘭新式博識火災、世界の頭脳との名を欲しいままにする僕の命より大切なことか。
A young archaeologist who has decided to dedicate her life to the field achieved even more.
だからすまないと言ってる。本当に悪かった。
誰？
静かにしないか。ここは執務室だぞ。
なるほどね。話は理解したよ。君たちがその錬金術の遺跡を重要視していることはよーくわかった。その上で、あえて言わせてもらおう。その錬金術の遺跡、僕たちで調べるから皆さんには自重してもらいたい。
それはどういうことだ？
請求な脅しを好むのは官僚さんの悪い癖だね。
なんだと？
ランドルフ、話を聞きましょう。
わかりました。
理由は大きく2つある。1つ目はここにいるスレイだ。そのアトリエの扉を開いたのはスレイの持つ腕輪。君たちだけでは永遠に開けられなかっただろう。その腕輪以外にもスレイはお父様から形見をいくつか受け取っている。おそらくそれらも今後役に立つはずだ。そして2つ目の理由、これが非常に重要だ。その理由とは この考古学界の優とも言うべき僕が遺跡を調査するという点だ。
思い出しました。このエルというもの、確かに王都でも名の知れた考古学者の卵です。
やっと気づいたかい。説明する手間が省けて助かるよ。これでもはや選択の余地はなくなったのではないかな。
いや、余地ありすぎだろ。卵だぞ。
Fucking waifu material.
そうね。
カミラさん、無理は承知の上です。ですが、俺からもお願いします。
スレイ君。
俺にとってあの遺跡は、俺が今まで生きてきた目的で、父のことやあの遺跡のことが分かればきっと12年前の悲劇のことや錬金術のことも分かるはず。父の形見が導いてくれるって信じてます。だから
私からもお願い。スレイにやらせてあげてほしい。それと私も一緒にやらせてほしい。
リアス。
私の家族も12年前にいなくなった。私はその理由が知りたくて、また家族に会いたくてこの町に戻ってきたの。それにあの錬金術、もし私が錬金術をちゃんと使えるようになったら、この町の復興にも役立つんじゃないかって思ってる。だからあのアトリエのことをもっと知りたいし、また錬金術ができるか試してみたいの。
わかったわよ。いいわ。あの遺跡の調査は任せます。
カミラさん、
あなたも分かってるはずよ。こちらで預かっても結局人員や資材捻出の段で頭を抱えることになるって。
ですが
ただしこれは遊びではありません。正式な依頼です。何か分かったら必ず報告するように。いいわね。
ありがとう、姉さん。
ご配慮感謝します。報告は逐一させていただきます。
賢明な判断だよ。
はい。それじゃあ今日の話はおしまい。夜も遅いから帰って休みなさい。
Oh yeah, I forgot about the costumes. Let me check that. Chico physics. Whoa, that much SP available right off the bat? Hold on. Okay, it's probably because of the fact I leveled up. Alright. Okay, let's see the DLC fit. That's the regular outfit. Starry Navy. Starry Navy, okay. Alternate colors, I see, okay. So purple. Matching the fairies. Another alternate color. Okay, hold up. Alright. Alright, so now I see the difference. Alright. I'm totally switching to this, bro. Hold up. Let me check the others. Wind in the Night. Is that the same as her other outfit? Oh. Okay, never mind. This is a different set. Okay. Wind in the Night. So how does this go? Alright. So look at the design. I'm digging this fit. Okay. Alright, light night. Light style, sorry, I wasn't looking correctly. So that's pretty much her without the jacket? Let me see. Yeah, okay. Modified knight's uniform. Okay. Okay, I dig it. Bright treasure. It's a swimsuit then. Although this one is good, I like passion runner. I'm gonna take this one. Never Slade. They Brent did the male characters dirty. Hold on, let me see. Secret Truth. Bear Sky Blue.
いいじゃないか。どうだ似合うかこれもしっくり
Immortal Guardian. He looked pretty lit in white. Hold up. Fresh
い
Trainer.
いじゃないか
The same outfit?
気持ち悪くな
Fresh
ってきた
Trainer.
これもしっくりくるな
Yeah, because the swimsuit is good and all, but what was it? Passion Runner makes her ass look more tight. Not gonna lie, I think I just choose that one over the swimsuit.
いいじゃないか
Plus, the top is complete lore. What do they call the top?
ってきた
What do they call those type of tops? Bandu, I think. Bandu or Bandu or whatever the fuck it is. While the other is literally just a bikini top. This is Bandu top. Yeah, alright. Plus, Bandu is like a way better look. Bandu is like a way better look than a regular bikini top or lingerie or whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know what women wear. Whatever.
これもしっくりくるな
Knight's uniform.
どうだ
Ocean
似合
hero.
うかどうだ似合うかどうだ似合うかどうだ似合うか
This is drip. I'll take it. We didn't even make any tools. Oh, I wonder if this came with the, I think, adventure set. Not sure, but I think it's the adventure set that came with everything. All right. Well, hold on, let me see. Still offer light meals.
リアス、ありがとうな。本当に助かった。
こっちこそだよ。これで心置きなく冒険できるし、やっぱり私たちは運命を共にする仲なのよ。ほほう、スレイ君、君は人生の伴侶とも言うべき僕を置き去りにし、挙句浮気までしていたのかい？え、二人ってそういう関係だったの？
おいエル、お前の冗談は分かりにくい。
あんな場所に置いていかれたんだ。これくらいは許してもらわないと割に合わない。
まあこんなやつだが、リアスもこれからこいつのことをよろしく頼む。
もちろんだよ。っていうか、私さっき
So Rias really is a furry. I did not know.
なんだいその手は。で、まさか耳もふもふさせて。おいこら、勝手に触るな。自分のがあるだろう。スレイ、この娘どうにかしろ。どう言ってば。そういえば二人って泊まるところは？
問題ない。居住区にある宿を取ってある。
そっか。じゃあ今日はゆっくり休んで、明日はこの広場に集合で。
ああ、リアスもゆっくり休むようにな。
What do they have? Do they have a place to sleep? So where do they sleep then?
リアスは一体何者なんだろうか。
どういうことだい？いつになく深刻な顔をして。
俺には何も見えなかった。
なるほどね。詳しく話してくれないか？興味がある。
リアスには見えてたようなんだ。あのアトリエの錬金釜に宿ってたマナの力が。
ほほう。
あまりに不可解すぎて、ならやってみたらどうだと。結果は聞いての通り、生まれて初めての経験をしたよ。
やはり興味深い。考えられる理由は2つある。才能か血筋だ。もしくはその両方か。
いずれにせよ、あいつは特別だ。
なんだかな、焼いてるのかい？君らしくもない。
そうじゃない。ただ、少し胸騒ぎがする。それだけだ。
まああれだよ。特別という点では君だって同じだろ。
それは違う。俺は特別なんかじゃない。父さんが残したこのガイストコアが特別なんだよ。
ただいまー。で、誰もいないのに挨拶とか。おじいちゃん。
はい、毎度。いつもありがとな。
じいちゃん見て見て、俺今日川で魚捕まえたんだぜ。
おお、これでかいの釣ったな。よし、褒美にそこの菓子から好きなの一つ持ってけ。
やったー。宿りり堂さん、ちょっと大変。
なんじゃい、どうしたい？
見てよこれ、洗濯板が真っ二つに割れちまって、なんとか直してもらえないかね。
あそりゃ傑作だ。お前さ、今年の怪力自慢大会にでも出たらどうだい？
バカなこと言ってるんじゃないよ。
おじいちゃんがいた頃はとても賑やかなお店だった。 すごく繁盛してたわけじゃないけど、活気に満ちていた。なんか商売してる時間よりも町のみんなの相談に乗ったり、世間話をしたり、子供たちと遊んだり、そういう時間の方がはるかに多かったように思う。おじいちゃんは本当にハルフェンが大好きで、だから町のみんなが集うこのお店のことも大好きだったんだ。必ず取り戻すんだ。そのためなら錬金術だろうが何だろうが、使えるものは何でも使ってやる。お待たせー。いやー、ごめん。昨日の夜楽しみすぎて眠れなくてさ、寝坊しちゃったよ。自宅の前なのに遅刻できるなんて類まれなる才能だよ。今日から堂々と遺跡探検できるんだね。楽しみ。
リアス、お前もしかして今までの冒険者家業って？
全部こっそりやってたんだ。姉さんが心配性でさ、絶対許してくれなくて。
I think you're right, yeah. I think they said she was I think the game said she was half beast and half human.
それと僕はこの頭脳に自らが持てる全ての能力を割いてるから、頭脳労働以外は無理なんだ。というわけで2人とも道中は僕の護衛を。
It's probably good she doesn't have a beast tail. I thought the hat was just an accessory for those ears, but it turns out she really is beast tribe. Speaking of resting, I wonder if there's a image when she sleeps.
楽しみだな。ねえ、今日も新たな大発見あるかな。
さあな。まあ今日は時間もたっぷりありそうだし、腰を据えて調べよう。
これほどの規模の発見は近年では稀だからな。僕の頭脳も武者震いをしているようだ。
Is her place next to her sister's office, or? Wonder why the place is so messed up. Unless it's because of what was it, that incident 12 years ago? I'm guessing that incident 12 years ago is what messed it up. Probably why there's rubble and rust everywhere. That's probably why it's all messed up. Let me see.
「町の復興のために頑張るぞ。今はどうにもできないかな。今はどうにもできないかな。
Star Landing. I'm gonna go back to her house, but hold up. Forgot where that's at. Why is she sent to the oh wait, that's probably because we were playing as Slade the last time in the ruins. So I guess L's not playable, or she has yet to be playable until we get to a fight. I'm guessing Rios doesn't have an atelier in her house. Let me explore around real quick. I forgot where her house was again. Hold on. That's the camera mode. Is fast travel still a thing, or? Let me move around a bit. Only 6? But not Ryza. Ugh. Wonder why is jump? I'm not bitching or anything, but because I don't see any button used for X or and so far there's no button used for B, unless one of the buttons is for the attack on field. All right, let's go. By waiting.
Hmm? どうした？
この石きれい持っていこっと。
そんなガラクタ持っていったら重くなるだろう。
ガラクタじゃないし。この石ちょっと他のと色が違うでしょ。なんとなく錬金術で使えそうかなーって思って。君の意気込みはわかるけど、その辺に落ちているものは大抵外れだ。錬金術といっても何でも使えるわけ
Near the highest materials.
その見分けが君につくのか？その点はご心配なく。こう見えても私、うちのお店の手伝いをちゃんとやっていた優良児だったんだから。売り物を探して森をさまよったり、市場でいろんなものを目利きしたり。だからその点は自信あるんだ。錬金術だってその辺は同じだと思うんだよね。自分がいいって思ったものこそが正義なんだよ。なるほどね。その技術と直感が本物であることを願っているよ。
Okay, let's see. So we can gather. Gathering with A. Yeah. Okay, there's the map. Okay. Okay, so X for attack, just like in every other game. Run on the field, and gathering and everything. What about A for picking up the material? Unless I missed that. Hold on.
Lias, さっき売り物を探してさまよったと言ってたが、拾ったものを売ってたのか？
Can you do charged attacks? One gathering? Hold up.
山芋とか
It's better than
綺
okay.
麗な石や魚取って干物にしたりとか。君は
Oh shit, that's right. Her staff is also
山奥でも一人で生活していけそうだ。
is also a rope. That's crazy. How the fuck is that? How the fuck does that work? Is there like unless it's probably what's the one I'm looking for? Unless it's got like a rope right under.
いいもの見つけた。新発見だよ。さーて、始めますか。
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思いっきり戦えるよ。よし。やっ。はっ。まず。
ここだ。力が湧いてくる。前に出る。せい。
やるじゃんスレイ。あっちゃー。いくよ。持っててよかった。
気力十分だ。前に出る。行くぞ。と。
Ooh, there you go.
体が軽い。よし。
気力十分だ。攻めるぞ。前に出る。せい。
Yeah, I'm sorry for taking long. Knights of Azure soundtracks are just so OP. That's why I waited so long. The best parts of those soundtracks, bro.
強くなれたみたいだ。
I hope the battles are at least like not fast paced and at least slow. At least a little bit slow. I know I can keep the speed down, but I just want to be able to hear my favorite tracks.
新発見だよ。
That's kind of what I liked about Sophie too. That's kind of what I liked about Sophie too, was the fact that the battles were much long because of the fact that the enemies had aura and stuff.
見たことないやつだな。
Shows red. Shows red as soon as I enter in there. Is that bad or? Unless there's a hard enemy ahead.
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。思いっきり戦えるよ。
気力十分だ。攻めるぞ。せい。
外さないんだから。 くなるっていいもんだよね。新発見だよ。よっ。
見たことないやつだな。
新発見だよ。
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。華麗な連携のチャンス。
十分だ。攻めるぞ。正面どこだ。
思いっきり戦えるよ。突撃。
手数で攻めるぞ。行くぞ。もう敵はいないみたいだな。少し強くなれたみたいだ。見たことないやつだな。
トウトウとりゃ。
It's funny because Yumiya had some pretty interesting items too. I think if I remember correctly, she could like her weapon was also a firearm too. Where she can shoot long range at certain things. But Rise's staff was kind of just ordinary, which is still good, but it was ordinary. But it could do a bunch of magic shit. Well, then again, that's every Atelier character's weapon. But... oh crap! I don't have the axe. I'm gonna have to synthesize that. All right.
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。思いっきり戦えるよ。よし。さあ。
手数前に出る。行くぞ。
スライナイス。
見えた。
思いっきり戦えるよ。
Oh man, this was a soundtrack I was struggling to look for when I was this was the Knights of Azure soundtrack I was struggling to look for in the Gus BGM pack. I thought they didn't have it for a sec, but I was looking wrong. Yo, hell yeah, bro. And I like Yumiya, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's quiet, and there's nothing bad with that. But when I play Yumiya, I notice that it's quiet when you when you go into different areas and stuff. Like for some areas, it's like the game's like a bit quiet and shit. Like Yumiya is like one of those silent games, which I don't hate. It's good, but like, just I don't think they were working on a. And honestly, game kind of felt a bit rushed. Not rushed all the way. I know they said the story and everything wasn't rushed. It's just the way that Yumiya meets everybody is kind of rushed. And it's like I still have yet to understand why Yumiya was hated in that why Yumiya was hated in that village she goes to.
強くなるっていい
And they like called her a witch or something.
簡単に勝てたね。
見たことないやつだな。町のためにももっと頑張ろう。
さーて始めますか。
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思いっきり戦えるよ。ここは思いっきり。
リアス、いい調子だな。前に出る。
I swear to God, Rias's weapon is just like Lucy's. The one where Lucy uses that whiplash or whichever it was. Which
前に出る。行くぞ。
Lucy whip, I think.
よかったよ。これも一つの学びだな。
簡単に
見たことないやつだな。
Oh, so you can free run with it. Okay. I just pushed right stick and
いいものが入ってますよ。
just switched in.
新発見だよ。
それそれ。
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's what Rias's weapon looks like. That little whiplash she uses and stuff.
それそれ。おや。 よっと。
I keep trying to press A to jump, but it's freaking Y. Are we able to face a boss at our level or
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。華麗な連携のチャンス。よっ
気力前に出る。たこんなところか。
思いっきり戦えるよ。突撃。た
気力攻めるぞ。行くぞ。もう敵はいないみたいだな。
簡単に新発見だよ。
so that's why it was showing red. The map was showing red because there was a boss nearby.
ここだよ。遺跡につながる横穴ができたところ。あの左側にある小さい穴が遺跡に通じてるんだ。
Need the axe for that. Okay.
よっと。よっと。それそれ。正々堂々勝負だ。
うん。こんなところで負けてられないからね。思いっきり戦えるよ。
Hey, yo, that boss soundtrack going pretty tight.
外さないんだから。食らっちゃえ。
気力十分だ。
It sounds like the one boss soundtrack from sounds like the boss soundtrack from the Trails remake.
攻めるぞ。正面突破だ。ああ。
華麗な連携のチャンス。突撃。よっ。
慎重に動かないと攻めるぞ。行くぞ。よっ。ここだ。
Bro, if this was not Yumiya. If this was Sophie too, I would have lost to a boss. I would have literally lost to a boss right now.
突撃。
Especially when I'm like a couple levels higher or whichever. Only if it was Sophie too.
うん。いい感じに勝利。まだまだ私の成長は止まらないよ。
これも一つの学びだ。
Did she just air high five or I wonder if she just like, because I heard like a clap. So I thought it was like.
もう暗くなる時間なの？
Oh, that's pretty. That's some pretty tight details. It just went straight from morning to night. Okay, now I see that. Or was that afternoon that it showed? Showed morning. Okay, showed morning and then night now. I thought we had a cutscene, but that was okay. Pretty tight. Hey, isn't that the enemy from Sophie too? That's the enemy from Sophie. Or I think it was a much bigger boss than Sophie too. Ooh, damn, that was good. Damn, okay. So attacks have no effect. How about skills? Okay. Well, of course they wouldn't have any effect. They're ghosts. Okay. That must be the autosave symbol up ahead, up on the right. I don't think I'm getting back on my PS4 to play any important games unless it's Neptunia Unlimited. After the amount of blue screens I got, no. And I even got a blue screen on Sophie too. Yeah, definitely not. Lucky the game had autosave, but what if there's a... Actually, hopefully Neptunia Unlimited has autosave. I know it's going to. Game Maker had it, so obviously Unlimited has to have it. Oh, and those are the enemies from the one on the right. Those are from Ryza, or I don't think, unless it was a different Atelier game that first showed the crystallized enemies, the stone golems. Because I'm pretty sure Sophie 2 might have had that, but I can't remember. The intense detail on these games are just amazing. So the game didn't have auto save? Do the recent SEO games have auto save?
数です。攻めるぞ。せい。
やるじゃんスレイ。思いっきり戦えるよ。よし、ここは思いっきり食らっちゃえ。いい感じに勝利。
これも一つの学びだな。
Honestly, I can't remember which Yakuza games had autosave. I know that Like a Dragon, I know that Like a Dragon 7 and 8 had it. And I think the Zero Director's Cut might have had autosave. And Kiwami 3 and Kiwami 2 and Kiwami. I know those had autosave, but I don't know about Yakuza 3 or 4 or 5 or... No, I think 6 had autosave. Like, back then, you had to save in phone booths. And you could also save in Okinawa in Yakuza 3. I know recent Yakuza games have it, and not Gang of Dragon, sorry, not Gang of Dragon, sorry. Stranger Than Heaven, Stranger Things in Heaven. Stranger Than Heaven. I know that's gonna have autosave. Every recent Yakuza game should have autosave, which is good. Judgment, I think, also had autosave. And I know Kurio 2 had autosave. But the first Kurio did not have autosave though. And you got to give Kurio 2 props because because there were certain games on the PSP that didn't really have autosave. Certain games on PSP. And Kurio 2 having autosave was actually one of the best things. It's funny because games like Atelier, Blue Reflection, or Knights of Azure that Koei and Gus do, are literally just like, I would say, a little bit slandered on by some people if they like come on to it, if they literally like, if they what's the one I'm looking for? If they literally come across it through reels or anything like that. Because I be coming across certain posts of Koei, and most of the people follow to them literally just like ridicule the games because of the fact that they are what they are. Like the games being just because the games have female lead characters. And I'm like, so just because the game has female lead characters, that makes it bad and not worthy of being playable? I don't understand what they mean when they say that. And it's like these are the same people that are ridiculing these games that play nothing but the obvious genre of games, fighting games and shit. And these are practically the people that have never played an RPG in their life. These are literally the same people that stay playing the same shooting games, the same fighting games, but have never played an RPG in their life because they're probably just scared they're gonna lose and they don't want to put in grinding.
湧いてくる。前に出る。行くぞ。楽に勝ててよかったよ。楽勝だったな。
Yup, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. These are the same people that be expecting these are the same people that only care about news for Dragon Ball. And I'm like, and I feel bad for those players the most because they play the, you know, the typical shonen genre of fighting games and everything, but they've never, and I mean never, played an RPG in their life. Ask them if they ever played an RPG. They can't even name one. Alright, let's go. So brother gathered enough ingredients. Let me fight some more enemies real quick.
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。思いっきり戦えるよ。
次も頼むぞリアス。気力十分だ。攻めるぞ。行くぞ。楽に勝ててよかったよ。見たことないやつだな。
What was I saying? It's also the thing is that you keep playing repetitive fighting games and shooting games aren't bad. Shooting games have cover up the same, well, not the same amount of story as RPGs. Like they're just past fighters. They're like a bit past fighting games. They're better than fighting games. Fighting games remain at the bottom. They're good, but they remain at the bottom.
さて、始めますか。
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思い突撃。
気力十分だ。
Let me let my favorite soundtrack load up real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna just wait right here. Let me just let it kickstart. That's why I want the battles to be longer. And because I want to wait for my favorite soundtracks to load up. It's not happening. I keep saying it's not going to happen. A Dragon Ball game in Dynasty Warrior style, it's not going to happen. And the reason why is because Dragon Ball deals in 1v1 fights. And the same thing with the games. All the games are 1v1 mechanical. Even if you, and not only that, but like there's games like the closest games to a Muso, but are not technically Muso. Then they're close. They're not all the way close, but they're close. The only games close, like at least a low probability to a Muso, Dragon Ball wise, is games like Zenkai Battle Royale or either Zenkai Battle Royale or Xenoverse or freaking Battle of Z. Those are the only ones that come close, and that's only because of the fact that, you know, you can pretty much fight against like multiple enemies and shit and stuff like that. That's the only ones. But regardless, though, a Muso, it's not happening. Yeah, I'm with you there, because there's still games that certain people pop out, like Budokai and freaking I mean, I play a bit of Rage and Blast and Burst Limit, but still though, I don't play as much Dragon Ball childhood games as much as I do with Naruto. That's for sure. The Naruto childhood games never die because like at least they've had different game original stories than Dragon Ball. But what was it? And yeah, I agree with you. Bro, I put in, if we're talking toxic community, I put in I literally just put in a comment. They were showing this one Instagram picture of the upcoming animes these days. I didn't even know. Funny thing is that I didn't even like I said, I stopped watching Dragon Ball like since I'm rewatching Dragon Ball, but I don't care for Super or the others. But I didn't even know that Super was gonna be popping out what was it, a remake of the Beerus arc or something, a remake of the Battle of Gods arc or whatever, like they're redoing it again or something. I don't know. They said something about redoing the first season of Dragon Ball Super, and I'm like, why even bother? This is the second time. That's literally like, this is the third time they've actually done that. Well, not third, sorry, second. Because the first time they did that was when they were doing the Super anime, and I only watched up from Super all the way until the Universe whatever you call it, the Universe 11 arc or whatever it was, the one where they all I don't remember. They all fight against a group of other fighters, and like it was like around the female Super Saiyan's introduction. I don't remember, and I don't care. But that's literally like, actually no, I stopped at Goku Black arc. That's it. I stopped at the Goku Black arc. That's as far as I could watch up to, because I just didn't care at that point. But point is though, I popped out a comment on the comment section for that video of upcoming anime, not video, for that photo that shows the upcoming animes, because the only ones I care about, they showed Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers is pulling up around October. Apothecary Diaries season 3 is pulling up soon. I think Freerun, I'm not sure about Freerun. Then some other new animes which look pretty dope. What are the next set of upcoming animes? I forget, but they showed a bunch of others. But either way, they showed so they showed Dragon Ball Super, and they say it's an anime remake, I think, or anime recap or whatever. But either way, and I'm like, they say it's a new anime series or whatever, but that's not new or anything. It's just literally a remake of the first, a retelling of the first season of Super, which is really nothing special and not much to really care about. So. Oh, that's right. Yes. Ron was season 3 as well. That's the gif I popped in. Cannot wait for those. But I put a comment on there saying, and this is literally what I said. I put, don't care for Dragon Ball. I was like, don't care for Dragon Ball, but the others are gonna be fire for sure. And like I said, you know how it is with Dragon Ball fans. If they see one comment that doesn't sound rude or anything, and it just shows that you don't, like, just putting a comment saying I don't care about Dragon Ball and saying the others are fire, That's not really rude or anything like that. It just shows that you don't have an interest in, you know, certain, you know, an interest in what's to come or whatever. So I put don't care for Dragon Ball, but the others are gonna be fire. And I put that exact emoji. Put the fire emoji and shit. Said the others are gonna be fire. And y'all know how it is with Dragon Ball fans, bro. If they see one small comment that's not even remotely rude or anything, and it just shows someone that doesn't care, doesn't have much interest. Am I level 10 already? Let me level up one more time and then go ahead. That doesn't have a, you know, sudden interest in something. They will get mad and literally like, and that's how stupid the fandom is. They'll get mad and literally like pop in a reply. Mind you, my comment was not rage bait or anything like that. I'm just being honest that I don't really care for it. I mean, literally, y'all gonna get mad over the fact that it's literally just a remake of season 1 or whatever, which is not really that important. Like, y'all will watch anything and not even care. Y'all wouldn't even care if it was like a random ass chibi bullshit like Daima or whatever. Yeah, y'all'd still watch. If it was a fucking hentai, y'all would still watch. I promise you that. If it's Dragon Ball, as long as it's Dragon Ball, it don't even matter. They don't care if it's a hentai. They don't care if they turn into some Nick Jr. bullshit or any small babyish shit. They're still going to watch it because it's Dragon Ball. That's how the fandom is. They'll watch anything as long as it has Goku in it. That's the truth. So I simply put, don't care for Dragon Ball, but the others are gonna be fire. Some dude pulls up and guess what profile picture he has? Think it's pretty obvious. Yup. Boom, you got it. Because it's the same people that have so much love for this series that come from a bullshit fandom of brain dead people that don't understand, that literally don't understand anything about any other anime and have only watched Dragon Ball. Yes. Yeah, facts. I agree on that. I don't know who else is doing Toriyama's work right now for Dragon Ball. I think it was Toyotaro or whatever, but honestly, I think he should stop as well. Because it's not worth continuing at all. Should have just died at GT. That's honestly the way I feel about it too, Jab. The dude replies saying, see, no one liked your comment. So he says no one liked my comment. But a day later on, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 people liked my comment. So what's that go to show? People are thinking the same thing as me. They don't care. This dude literally had a Goku Black profile picture. Just putting that out there. He had a Goku Black profile picture. Of course. That's the only time I check back for a reply. After that, any upcoming notifications I see on Instagram, when it comes to a post that a post that I put my comment on, I don't look at it. I just remove the notification. Because I already know what it's going to be. I already know what people are going to say. Whether it's nice or not, I don't care. I leave my comment there and I just have a good day. Because Instagram's so stupid that they still have not put in an option to block notifications of people replying. They have so many updates, but they have not found, they literally haven't found a way. They haven't even put in the option to block reply notifications. I don't want to see replies from fools who literally get like supposedly rage baited in their language over a small reply that I put. And it's not even rage baiting. It's literally just like me popping in what I think. And then that one fool just wants to get mad about it and think that I'm trying to rage bait when clearly I'm just like, and clearly I'm just stating that I don't like it. So that's the thing about Dragon Ball fans. They'll get mad. They'll straight up get mad when you don't have a sudden interest in what they like and what they like when it comes to Dragon Ball, and they'll get mad because of it. So whenever I pop in to a reel or anything that says Sailor Moon could beat Goku, or anyone can beat Goku, or anyone out there, or that magical girls are superior and OP more than Goku, that's when I literally pop in just one comment. I don't reply back or anything. I block the notifications and shit like that. That's it.
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。
リアス、いい調子だな。せい。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
Because trust me, you'll just end up being in that comment section for a year or so.
見たことないやつだな。
どうしたの？
あそこにあるちょっと変わった壁のところは見に行ってもいいか？やっぱりか。
I knew she looked good in that outfit. She looks perfect in that outfit. Oh my god.
なるほどね。だとすると、この先に空間がある可能性が高いわけだ。
ああ、この程度なら外速波の力を使えばなんとか砕けそうだ。試してみよう。
Alright, let's see. Some borders can be destroyed by pouring power from Slade's Guy's Core. No stream tonight, by the way, you guys. I'm actually going to work tonight. Normally I wouldn't. And I would actually go around Friday, but... Well, tomorrow, but this time I'm going, so... So no stream tonight until... No night stream until Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Some borders can be destroyed by pouring power from Slade's Guy's Core into them. You know, I kind of wish we could do something like this with Lent in Ryza, in at least the Atelier Ryza games. That's kind of what I wish they would put in the DX collection. Or at least it should have been there to begin with. But Lent could have did something like this. I kind of wish like all the Ryza games could have let us do some different types of skills on the field with certain characters. Like Ryza did all of it obviously because she's the main character. So you can just pop out like any item and just move around and stuff. But I kind of wish like for boulders and shit like that or anything like that, Lent could break those, and anything archaeology wise, Tao could literally just read those on a wall or something, and it could like give you some extra points. And Claudia, I would probably say there would be some musical parts on the map. Some musical parts on the map that that could be played by Claudia, because she did have the flute. She had the flute in the first game, and then she started using weapons in later games, and we kind of got robbed of the flute.
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
いや私たちに勝てると思わないでね。
イアス、いい調子だな。行くぞ。楽に勝ててよかったよ。少し強くなれたみたいだ。
Oh shit, my bad. I forgot about the rest. All right, so
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
I should turn up the soundtrack too. Don't want to hear something louder. Lickstrom.
次も頼むぞリアス。前に出る。せい。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
Oh, they added that in now? For all 3 games? Does the collection have a lot of effort put into it? Unlike the Quadra collection of Blue Reflection? Like, is it actually a collection they say worth buying?
いいものが入ってますように。
新発見だよ。
いいものが入ってますように。
新発見だよ。
Oh, we found bombs. Don't we usually have to synthesize the bombs? We actually found them in treasure chest? I thought bombs could only be synthesized though. This is new. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm about to go fight an enemy. Let me just hear this song real quick. The soundtrack of this part. This is my favorite part. Ooh, I just love that part. Are you serious? Yo, that's actually pretty dope, man. I can literally see the jiggle physics the moment you free roam with her.
正々堂々勝負だ。 気力十分だ。
100点見っけ。私にやらせて。
切り開く。 まだ終わりじゃないぞ。
私ならやれる。
弱点をつけそうだ。
Item mixed explosion. Bro, I swear to God, man, Rias looks so damn hot in those tight pants, bro. Fondue top, bro. Hot leather pants, bro. Oh my God, bro, tight. Yo, they should have put Ryza in this fit. They should have also put Ryza in this fit. Something tells me Ryza would also rock it even more.
よし、交代だ。気力十分だ。
100点見っけ。私にやらせて。逃げたりしないよ。よー
ないみたいだな。
Yo, that's a lot of SP. Hold up a sec. Did I? It's probably because of the amount of enemies I fought. Oh shit. So soon too. I didn't expect to rack up that much. Is SP gathered each time you level up? I forgot. Or is that just through the enemies you beat? Bro, so soon. Oh my god, look at this. That is just crazy. This is the type of Atelier game I needed. Sophie was just too much for me. We share the SP? Oh man. He don't got his own separate SP? Like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh my god. So I got to do this for every character then. It's like, it's not shared? Like, oh my god. So everyone's is different then. Okay, alright. I thought it was shared, bro. That's why I used it all up for Rios. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll build up. Oh my god, alright. So I'll build up Slade's next then. That kind of, oh my god, that kind of stings for a sec.
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
Oh my god, bro, that slap down when the guitar pulls up. Yeah, I'm not saying Knights of Azure 2 ruined ruined the soundtracks and everything. Knights of Azure 2 soundtracks were lit too. But one soundtracks were more fire, bro. And I was like, why didn't Knights of Azure 2 have that same effect? Should have gave us that same effect, bro. But no. Two soundtracks are good, but it doesn't have that same level of intensity. That same level of intensity that Knights of Azure 1 had.
もできないかな。
Yeah, facts. Oh my god, yes. Facts though.
これが噂の錬金釜か。
Like Allure, like Allure had it's like they had beautiful like beautiful opera music, rock, piano, like especially Allure. Especially Allure, Corin's first theme. I think I fell in love with that one the most just by listening to it. The beautiful like the person playing that piano just played it so beautifully.
なるほど。この辺が力
And it's like it starts off with that calm beat, but then it just goes into like, you know, more of like a despair type of track, and it's like, wow. The depth in the Allure soundtrack was just perfect. And then it just like, and the way it shifts straight into Corin's battle theme. The way it just literally shifts straight into Corin's boss battle theme was just, oh my god, so perfect. The way it remixed, while they also added a touch of violin and rock together in like a combination, a special blend, was just like, wow.
これが何かと聞かれたならば、エール様は
They turned her calm theme straight into like a, oh my god, bro. Literally just represents Corin's pain and everything she dealt with back then. It's perfect.
悪の道だ。
There's one soundtrack though that the Gust Legacy that they never added in the Gust Legacy collection for Knights of Azure 1, and that was
他の僕も稼働する
I forgot what the name of it was. I think the Ark of Jorn. There you go, the Ark of Jorn. That's one soundtrack they forgot to add in, or they just probably missed it.
別の地とつながることができるゲートとのことだが、僕にも詳しいことはわからない。お、そうだ。
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. They might have probably lost the rights. I don't know, because the singer performed so beautifully. She probably didn't want her voice being heard again.
やはり完全には一致しないが、これは間違いなくランターナ王国建国よりはるか昔に存在していた申し。まだ大陸が統一されておらず、地方ごとに微妙に表記が違っていて、これも僕が知ってる文字とは少し違う。
Okay, my bad. It was called the Altar of Jorth.
問題ない。十分解読は可能だよ。
The Dream World. That's the one. Sorry. The Altar of Jorn in Dream World.
やはりそうだ。
And that was like the place where you spend the blood. You upgrade
嘘が悪の
you upgrade
古代の人々はあの
our niece with blood, with blue blood and stuff to make her stronger.
渦は設計する際につながる先と対にして作るそうだ。すなわち渦ごとに行き先は1対1で固定されてる。
じゃあ、あの渦はどことつながってる？
それはわからない。この文献は理論書のようだし、具体的な施工については書かれてない。さあ、どうするスレイ。この書と僕の解読を信じるなら、あの渦に踏み込めばたちまち遠い世界へひとっ飛びだ。けれどもどこにたどり着くのかもわからないし、命の保証もない。それでも入る勇気はあるかい？
もちろん答えは一つしかない。父さんが息を引き取るときに言っていた言葉。鍵を使い本を守れ。この腕輪が鍵だとするなら、この鍵で開いた扉の先こそ 本を守る上で重要な場所なんだろう。だから俺は。
いい答えだ。
Unlock Evermaze Forest. What's that? So let's see. I actually had to search this up. Because Pledge is actually one of my favorite Knights of Azure tracks next to Allure. This one. They said the track Pledge Altar of Jorn, often associated with the game's Alter Blue Alter area music, was likely altered from the original digital bonus soundtrack pack due to standard track licensing limitations. Alright, let me read this. Dim Paths, Star Pearls. Have a set effect based on their type as well as a random trait. Try and find super strong ones. The language, if you're thinking it's Japanese, it's not. The Pledge soundtrack in Knights of Azure is actually it's actually a made-up language, they say. But nobody could understand what the language was called, though. I checked the comment section for the soundtrack, but it's actually a made-up language. So it's not Japanese or anything. It might have been a language the singer made up, but doesn't feel like a language that's well known. But boy, were the lyrics pretty tight.
いいかい？大事なことだからもう一度言うけど、この渦に入った後、どこへ向かうのかもわからないし、命の保証もない。それでも行くんだね。
ああ、もちろんだ。リアス、お前は無理しなくてもいいんだぞ。ここで待ってても家に帰ってもいい。
は？行くに決まってるじゃん。こんな面白そうな機会。
Yeah.
私さ、こんなにワクワクしてるの生まれて初めてかも。
Bro, that shit was funny.
行ってくる。
ここのことよろしくね。
But it was pretty good, though.
帰ってこいよ。
What was that soundtrack called? I think it was called Lucis Not Today or whatever the fuck it was. And it was also crap, I forgot what it was. Not that one. That's Grim Eclipse. What's the one I'm thinking of? Forgot to put the auto on. Decay. I think that's what it was called.
やばすぎる。私、夢を見てる？スレイ、ほっつなってみて。
できるか。ここは紛れもない現実だ。普通に歩けるし、重くも軽くもないな。さあ、イエス、行こう。
Explorational dimensional paths. Wonder how much more volumes Ruby's gonna go for. Are those what the trees look like? Shit.
キラキラしてる。錬金が
That's not a glitch, is it? Is that what the trees actually look like? I know this is a different dimension, but
いろんなところが宝石箱みたいに。ねえスレイ、あれなんだろう。文字みたいなのが木を張ってるよ。
あれなら俺にも見える。周りにも浮いてるし、これも何か関係あるのか。
that's what the trees look like? Hold up. Oh, they don't call it mystical forest for nothing. Okay. They do?
見たことないやつだな。
For the Ruby Justice League crossover, is that what am I thinking of? Because I remember seeing Ruby and them in like their first fit or something for that one, and then in like the later ones they showed Ruby and them in their later fits. Where is it set around? I thought like because I saw one where they were wearing their OG fits and everything. So is that like set around the first volume or?
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思いっきり戦えた。
力が湧いてくる。攻めるぞ。た。楽に勝ててよかったよ。少し強くなれたみたいだ。
Oh, volume 3. Okay. It's not canon. Okay.
ここの魔物ってさ、なんかグネグネした模様？
Wouldn't volume 3 be set around the?
言いたいことはわかる。もう少し
Isn't volume 3 supposed to be set around the tournament? I think.
とはいえ、俺に聞かれてもな。
And Fall of Beacon.
が普通じゃないの。
さーて、始めますか。
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思いっきり戦えるよ。よし。
いやす、いい調子だな。前に出る。た。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
なあ、どうせならプニプニ玉みたいに可愛いのが浮いてたら持ち帰るのにな。
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。思いっきり戦っていくよ。よし。外さないんだから。チャンスきた。
気力十分だ。前に出る。た。 楽に勝ててよかったよ。
Going on, Kudami? I really thought those ears were for accessories, but they're actually her ears. She's actually part beast. That's crazy. I thought she was human only because of the fact that she had the hat on, so I thought the ears were part of the hat's accessories, but I guess not.
見たことないやつだな。
3 more streams?
見たことないやつだな。
Is the game long? Or the question I should be asking, is it longer than Trails?
新しい場所に来たみたいだね。
何かいる。
まずい。このままでは我々の部隊は全滅だ。隊長、どうすれば。お前たち忘れたのか。こういう時は最終奥義。死んだふりだ。そうだった。さすが隊長。何あの子たち。めっちゃ可愛いんだけど。
そんなこと言ってる場合か。あのままだと魔物にやられるぞ。
そんなの見てられないよ。行こう、スレイ。
おい。たく。正々堂々勝負だ。
こんなところで負けてられないからね。華麗な連携の
Wood Golem.
ここは思いっきり食らっちゃえ。
気力十分だ。前に出る。セイフ。と。見えた。
華麗な連突撃。
気力十分攻めるぞ。行くぞ。
突撃。いい感じに勝利。
少し強くなれたみたいだ。
まだまだ私の成長は止まらないよ。いやー、助かったよ。あいつを倒してくれてありがとう。おかげでオイラたち天に召されずに済みました。でも見ない顔。よーいちかわいい。ちっちゃい子たちが浮かんでる。ちっちゃい子とは失礼な。僕たちを誰だと思っているのだ。泣く子も黙り、魔物もメロメロ。悪空の道のプリチーマスコット妖精族なのです。
いや、ついさっきまでその魔物に思いっきり襲われてたわけだが。
いいのいいの。そんな細かいこと気にしない。可愛いは正義、可愛いは世界を救う。分かってくれて嬉しいよ。俺っちはポック、よろしくな。改めまして、
Oh yeah, that's right. It's
妖精族
it's done.
スローハ妖精です。
It's already ready to go.
僕はボネボネだよ。ところで、お姉さんたちは一体どこから？そうですよ。この悪空の道はもうはるか昔に封印されていて、人っ子一人入れないはずなのに。そうなんだよね。やっぱり中の人たちもびっくりしちゃうか。
That's also by That's also by.
そうこの
Hold on.
ガイストコアを使ってな。俺はこの腕輪の秘密を求めてきたんだ。お前たち
Because I heard that the English release was done by the English release for Boundless Trails was done by NIS America.
ずっとここで暮らしてて、いよいよここにも飽きてきたところなんだ。お姉さん、オイラたちをここから連れ出してください。いいの？妖精さん、お持ち帰りしちゃって。本当に？
ああ、いいんじゃないか。本人たちがそう言ってるんだし。
やったー！おいで、みんな！はい。脱出だー！用心しながらついていく。そうと決まればどんどん行くわよ。すごい賑やかになった。
やれやれ。
And that game was originally on PSP. Originally, I think. And then later on, when the English version was announced, they popped it out for Switch, PlayStation, and PC.
また悪空の道だ。それも2つ。あの悪空の道は。落ち着け、落ち着くんだボック。どうしたのみんな。あの悪空の道は僕たちにとってトラウマなんだ。
何かあったのか。
オイラたち一度だけ入ったことがあるのですが、とてつもなく強い魔物がうようよと。
They remind me of characters from what's that game? The three of them remind me of characters from
よしよし、大丈夫だよ。教えてくれてありがとう。
なら、あっちの悪空の道は
what's the name I was looking for?
あれは
Trials of Mana. There you go. They remind me of that fairy from Trials of Mana.
最近できたばっかりってこと？
まあいい。悪空の道は後回しだ。まずはこの台座を調べたい。この模様。
何？どうしたの？
やはり同じ模様だ。
うわ、本当だ。何その本？どこで見つけたの？
これも父さんの形見の一つさ。肝心の中身は真っ白だが、鍵を使い本を守れ。本ってこれのことだよな。この台座と本に一体何の関係が。
あれ？これってとりあえずさ、台座に本を置いてみたらいいんじゃないかな。
そうだな。なんだこれは。
私にもわかるよ。そのおかげでなんとなくだけどおかしくなってた力の流れが正常に戻った気がする。
YS, ain't that the
なんだそれは。どういう意味？リアス。その目。
isn't that the game that also got a versus game with Trails?
目がどうかしたの？
いや、なんでもない。
And that dropped like last year or something?
だが確かにさっき。
Although that game did kind of turn into that game was kind of hated, I think, but
本には文字が書かれてるもんでしょう。
さっき言っただろう。この本は
I can't remember if the game faced backlash back then
全部
last year or not.
それが今は文字が書かれているんだ。
本当だ。後ろの方は全部真っ白。
しかし、また古代文字だな。戻ったらエルに見てもらうしかないか。
ねえねえ、俺っちたちいつまでお姉さんたちのイチャイチャを見ていればいいのさ。はいはい、大人にはいろいろと考えることがあるの。それと僕はあの悪空の道に行ってもいいのよ。まあまあ、でも実際問題としてこれからどうするんですか？
妖精たちが怯えてる方はともかく、こっちの新しい方に入るかどうかだな。
She refers to herself as a grown-up, yet she still causes trouble. That's funny. So that's why the gameplay looked a bit different to me. And if I play Nayuta, it's gonna be that same kind of gameplay. The fact that it's by NIS America kind of scares me after what they did with after what they did with previous installments. The fact that Nayuta is literally by NIS America kind of scares me a bit. Cuz what was it? They had other games that were done, like the first 3 Neptunia games. And Disagia, I think. Disagia? I don't know if Disagia was a hard game, but don't know if Disagia was a hard game, but and I know that Bleach Soul Resurrection was also by NIS America, but that was different since that one was Muso style.
ここは外に出られたんだよね。
ああ、おそらくな。だが、どの辺りに出たのかはわからん。
何にしてもすごく綺麗なところだね。空気もひんやりしていて美味しい。本当に外に出られたぞ。イエーイ。なんて興味深い世界なんだ。おいらは感無量です。ほら、勝手に行動しないの。ボネボネ戻ってきなさい。いい？ここから先は何があるかわからないんだよ。
A grind fest?
おやつを買いたいときはどうすればいい？ べたいときはどうすればよいでしょうか。それは目の届くところにいてくれれば OK。
なんというか思いのほか様になってるな。
That's why I was hesitating on whether to tackle that game or not.
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。思いっきり戦えるよ。いくらでもかかってきなさい。なんてね、強くなるっていいもんだよね。
見たことないやつだな。見たことないやつだな。
新発見だよ。
That's what it looks like in the morning. Okay. Oh, that's the one that dropped around. That dropped last month, didn't it? I think I remember some dude with a sword that you could play as, or...
新発見だよ。
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。思いっきり戦えるよ。
That game looked pretty sweet.
突撃外さないんだから。やっちゃえ。いくらでもかかってきなさい。なんてね。
少し強くなれたみたいだ。楽勝だ。見たことないやつだな。
とりゃ。
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。
次も頼むぞリアス。気力十分だ。
I'm sorry, it's just that we don't get enough time to listen to my favorite banger soundtrack, so I gotta at least let this song slip in just to get the favorite part. Hold up, real quick. That's the only you see. That's the only thing I give to games like That's the only props I give to Sophie. That I give to Sophie too, and Atelier Resleriana is literally the fact that the matches are very long to the point where you can pop in your favorite soundtracks and listen to them fully. That's the one thing I like about them. And I think if I want longer battles in Atelier Resleriana, then I'd honestly have to put it on very hard. I wonder if it would hurt to up the difficulty. They say difficulty could be changed anytime, right? So I wonder if I could like just up the difficulty a bit. But yeah, let me keep it at easy just to be on the safe side.
大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると華麗な連携のチャンス。いくらでもかかってきなさい。なんてね。簡単に勝てたね。と
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちは
次も頼むぞリアス。気力前に出る。さあ楽に勝ててよかったよ。楽勝だったな。
いいもの見つけた。
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちにチャンス。
次も頼むぞリアス。気力十分だ。いいぞ。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
新発見だよ。新しい場所に来るとワクワクするね。
Is that one of the other main characters from
見たことないやつだな。
one of the other main characters from her own game? This gives me a chance to also see what they look like in a much newer set of graphics.
新発見だよ。
Wonder how old her original 3D model was.
あれ、誰かいる。よかった。ここにいるの私たちだけじゃないみたいだよ。
おいちょっと待て。まったく仕方ないな。
Is that her?
こんにちは。ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけどいいかな。
おいリアス。唐突にそんな聞き方したら失礼だろ。
English dub as well?
構いませんよ。でもそんなに慌ててどうしたんですか。実は私たちその道に迷っちゃって今ここがどこなのか教えてほしいっていうか。なんだそんなことですか。ここはクワッシュにある安らぎの庭園ですよ。え、クワッシュってどこ。
王国北東に位置する州だ。アルフェンからだと馬に乗っても10日はかかる。
そんなに遠いところに。信じられない。
これが悪空の道の力なのか。
教えてくれてありがとう。私はアーシャって言います。アーシャ・アルテール。
Aisha Atsurgun. Okay.
アーシャさんね。私はリアス。こっちはスレイで。
Is she one of the characters also playable?
ボネボネ。
And not Ryza? Oh, man.
よろしくお願いします。とても賑やかで楽しそうでいいですね。私はもう3日も誰とも会っていませんでしたから今とっても新鮮な気分です。え、いや3日。
It's funny. Didn't Sophie 1 have Didn't Sophie 1 have dub?
なんですけど
Sophie, I think like I'm not sure, but I think
その素材を探
the original Sophie 1 had like dub and the DX version only had the Japanese.
きっと今も待ってるんじゃないかなって。だから私今とっても焦ってるんです。
Well, then again, hold on a sec.
そうなのか。
The DX version had dub, but the PC version does not have dub for Sophie 1.
私たちが素材
That's something they said.
を手伝ってあげる。え、いいんですか。
ここで会ったのが何かの縁だしな。事情を聞いたら追ってもおけないだろう。
So the console version and everything had the dub for both versions, while the Steam version does not have it.
白く美しい花です。
Of course, that's what AI results say, but
見分けはつきやすいかと。了解。 白くて綺麗で特徴的な花ね。待ってて、すぐに探してくるから。
Then I guess Sophie 1 would be the first game I ever played that had dub. Bro, I thought it was a different voice. I didn't even know it was Nepgear's voice that I heard. It's kind of it's I mean, I'm not gonna say it's kind of weird, but it does kind of feel weird to have Atelier games having dub. But the only reason I say that is only because of where I originally started at with Atelier, and that was Ryza. That's probably why I'm saying it's weird for Atelier games to have dub, because Sophie was the only first Atelier game that I played in dub. Now the people I hate, now the gamers I hate when it comes to anime games, are the same people that literally say that they're not gonna buy an anime game because it doesn't have dub in it. And I'm like, I'll still play it. I don't care which. Now the people that what was it? The people that bitched about Demon Slayer, Hinokami Chronicles, and My Hero One's Justice not having a dub and stuff like that, just for it to later on get a dub, those are the people I hate too. I don't hate My Hero's dub, but I think it was a waste of time popping in English dub to those games, because I still put it in Japanese. What's going on? And yeah, I know which game you talk about. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's always the most anime. Dragon Ball's always the most anime that has where all their games have English. That's for sure. Because I can definitely tell you when Shinobi Striker for Naruto dropped, it did not have a dub. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know Shinobi Striker don't got a dub when it dropped. The last one? It's funny because a lot of Dragon Ball games, and it's like, and it's just as Full Metal said, it's the truth. Every Dragon Ball game has dub in it. I don't think I can't remember if there was a single Dragon Ball game missed in terms of dub.
楽に勝ててよかったよ。
Because Naruto, when they drop for Naruto games, when they drop those, Shinobi Striker did not have a dub. It had Japanese, and Storm Series was the most popular one that got a dub, obviously, for all its games. However, the dub for Connections is AI generated. Hell yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's worth it. Fun as fuck.
いい調子だな。攻めるぞ。行くぞ。と。華麗な連携の突撃。突撃。外さないんだから。食らっちゃえ。いい感じに勝利。
But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think Dragon Ball sounds stupid in Japanese. I know Goku's Japanese voice actor is a woman. And that's not why I say it sounds dumb in Japanese. I don't care whether you're a man or a woman voicing a character. That doesn't matter to me. It's just the fact that I just don't like how Dragon Ball sounds in Japanese. That's it. That's all. That's all. Because it's not the fact that Goku's voice actor is a woman. I don't care about that. Perfectly fine, but Ryzen should have been playable. Just gonna put that out there. But you know, at least they showing love to the classic Atelier goats. Because I gotta say, I'm kind of digging Aisha's model in this one. Who's next? Toturi? Yep, they use AI for Storm connections. What I was thinking they could have just did was they could have just used the same voice files from Storm 4's dub, because Storm 4 had the original dub and how it's supposed to sound. All they did with AI was just copy off the voices and just like make them more soulless. That's what AI voice acting is, soulless. Because it's not the real voice actors and practically just the sound of fucking bots generated through certain words and shit and or whichever. But what they could have just did was just grab the voice files from Storm 4 and just replace those AIs with the original, you know, with the original source. But nope. I mean, that shouldn't even be too hard. Just replace the sound files with Storm 4's English dub and put those in. Now, for new characters, it would be a problem because Kawaki's voice is different. Kawaki being newly added in is very different. And I think Kurenai was also new in connections, even though they should have been bought her over since the previous Storm games. They're kind of late on putting in Kurenai. Easy difficulty friendly? More easier than Sophie?
これも拾って
More easier than Sophie 1 and Sophie 2 combined? And I'm serious because Sophie 2 was like, oh my god, no.
に勝てると思わないでね。華麗な連
I couldn't with Sophie 2.
突撃。外さないんだから。
What's up, AJ?
無駄だ攻めるぞた
突撃。
気力十分だ前に出るた無駄だ
いや。体が突撃。た。
攻めるぞ正面突破だそこだもう敵はいないみたいだな
強くなるっていいもんだよね。
I guess I could download it then.
さーて始めますか。
ああ俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ
華麗な連携のチャンス。 集中していこう。
Hold on. He kind of went too far with the 10-hour shit. All right.
中していこ
And on the first strike too. That's nuts.
う。よしよし、ここは思いっきり倒せた。
てか攻めるぞ。せい。楽に勝ててよかったよ。これも一つの学びだな。もう明るくなったか。
と何が出るかな。と皆さん、ありがとうございます。おかげで想定よりも早く必要な数が揃いました。役に立ててよかったよ。私も最近錬金術の素材集めを始めてさ、だから早く探せるように。錬金術？ミヤさん、今錬金術って言いましたか？いたけど。
アーシャさん、錬金術を知ってるんですか？
知ってるも何も、私錬金術師ですから。錬金術師？ちょっと、錬金術が失われた技術だってのは何だったのよ。
But in remix, that's why it sounds so different from the soundtracks in this game. Okay, I'm starting. Okay, I was confused for a sec.
もし差し支えなければ、アーシャさんがどこで錬金
I have a feeling I might recognize Sophie's then.
はい、いいですよ。ただ、信じてもらえるかどうか。大丈夫。もう何を言われても信じるから。私、実は
この世界。
じゃないんです。異邦人って言ったらわかる。
この世界。
異邦人って何？
違法人は
Facts, I agree.
からやってきた人たちのことだ。
I cannot wait to see what. Well, actually, I already seen what Sophie looks like. She got the.
私はもともと
I think they gave Sophie more of her dark red hair design than the one from 2. I'm actually glad they kept her iconic design from the first one.
気づいたらこの世界に迷い込んでたんです。それからは本当にいろいろありまして、今ではオートで薬師としてお店を持ってるんですよ。ほう。私の体に何かついてますか？もしかしてさっき食べてたパイが口の周りに？
いえ、そういうわけではないんですが。
ちょっとスレイ、そんなジロジロ見たら失礼じゃない。
お前だって見てただろ。
お二人ともとっても仲良しなんですね。
Could have sworn they just met.
いやー、そうでもないない。そもそもまだ出会って数日だよ。え？そうなんですか？でもまるでずっと昔からお互いのことを知ってるように見えます。とっても羨ましいです。
そうか。
はい、私も元の世界にお友達がたくさんいて、だからちょっと懐かしい気持ちになりました。改めましてお手伝いいただきありがとうございました。これでオートに帰って薬の調合を始められます。あ、そっか、これから調合か。そうだよね。調合頑張ってね。あ、そうだ、皆さん 私の家に遊びに来ませんか？は？今回のお礼もしたいですし、ぜひお茶でも。私たち。
ありがとうございます。ですが実は俺たちも急ぎの用事の最中でして。
そうだったんですね。そんな中お手伝いいただきありがとうございました。
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
いらっしゃることがあれば、その時はぜひ遊びに来てください。その時は絶対にやるよ。アーシャさん、ちょっと変わった人だったね。
異邦人だからな。別世界の人間を見るのは初めてだが、俺たちとはちょっと気質が違うのかもしれない。
そうだね。でも可愛い人だったな。また会えるといいな。おーい、ルクル、ボック、ボネボネ、そろそろ行くよ。はーい。
Traveling to the Atelier.
新しく行ける場所があるみたいだ。アトリエに行くのか。
That's how I return. Okay. Wait, so you telling me the Mortal Kombat, the natural born Mortal Kombat players said this to the Fairy Tales fans, or is it the other way around? Oh, these are the enemies from Ryza. Okay. Blue Reflection soundtracks are fucking peak! 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 Keep saying it. Peak, peak, peak. Alright, so you're next. Bro, the skill tree is just amazing, bro. And it's fair! Oh my god. Look how far we are to going down so fast, bro. Oh my god, this is much perfect, bro. Wow, man. That's just, oh my god, that's just fucking good. That's so good, dude. Are there any annoying mazes I should know about? Any annoying mazes? You know, like, I don't know, like before, like on a final dungeon or anything like that?
俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
華麗な連携のここは思いっきり。
次も頼むぞリアス。手数で攻められそうだ。前に出る。せい。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
簡単に
見たことないやつだな。
Shit, so you're saying you would kill Cortana if you wanted to? Cause homeboy, you ain't touching Cortana. You touch Cortana, bro, you gotta fuck with Master Chief first. Also, I'm guessing it's the same way in Halo Campaign Evolved. But all I'm gonna say is Halo Reach is by far my favorite.
いつも通りにやれば大丈夫だ。
私たちに勝てると思わないでね。
Reach will still forever have the best assassinations.
手数で攻められそうだ。
But so far, no mazes.
前に出る。せい。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
Something to do with the elves in the workshop?
楽勝だったな。
Is that... Wait, you're stuck? Is that long? Is this like a synthesizing problem or some annoying materials to find? Or like... Because I suck at that. Oh yeah, Reach is the best, man. Reach is the best. And whenever my cousin would come over on the... Whenever my cousin would go straight to Pennsylvania with his dad and get on for the weekend, he would always we would always get on Reach over the weekend. Like every Saturday night, I think. We didn't care about like Halo or Halo 3. I mean, the others were classics and everything, of course. Halo 3 was like my childhood and everything. But Reach though, Reach was the one we always went on. And our favorite stage in Reach was Sword Base. Sword Base was practically one of the best Reach stages out there. Because it was also a good place to camp in certain areas, like, you know, through the air vent and shit. The air vent was practically the best place to camp at. Sadly, it's progressed the game. Dude, no lie though, Jab, but I think parts like those would piss me off a lot. I remember being stuck on something resembled to that, but I think it was in Ryza. It was like around Ryza 2 and 3 by the time. And I kept thinking I'd never progress, so I'd like till I progressed later on, but eh. So what were they saying? They were saying Fairy Tail fans have no right to be in Mortal Kombat, or is that what they also said for the Disney princesses? I'm gonna grind more. Oh, I think we upgraded too much. Oh my god.
どこに行く？
新しいところへ行けるようになったよ。
Oh, so they hate on, in their language, Gooner type characters who are pretty much sexualized at a more younger age, even though they're technically close to adult age, close to 18, that is.
あっち
The ones who are thick, perfect, and everything. I mean, shit, if it draws the fans, then, I mean, if it draws in the fans and stuff with that type of lore, man, I'd say there's no problem with it, but
ただいまー。戻ってきたー。おー、ここがお姉さんのアトリエですか。
and it's like, I mean, and if we're talking characters like Lucy, Lucy was like around 17 around the start of the series.
お、二人とも無事で帰ってきたね。よかったよかった。なんだ二人とも。悪で子供
I mean, shit, how do girls in real life look around age 17? I mean, at least some of them would have a curvy figure around 17 or be thick or busty or anything. I don't know when girls' boobs kick in, so I wouldn't know.
架空の道に住んでたんだ。こっちからルクルにボック、それからゴネゴネ。架空の道の住人だって。実に興味深いね。後でいろいろ話を聞かせてくれ。お姉さん、お姉さん、アトリエの中いろいろ見て回っていいですか？いいけど、触ったりするのはダメだよ。私もまだよくわかってないし。はい。あ、オレっちも。
ところでエル、アトリエで何があったんだ？見慣れない光の筋ができているんだが。
ああ、これね。君たちが行ってからほどなくして突然光り始めたんだ。おそらく君たちの取った何らかの行動がこのアトリエにも影響を及ぼしたんだろう。ねえ、これマナだよ。マナの光だ。きっとあの時だよ、スレイ。ほら、繋がった時。あの時、ここの流れが正常に戻って。ああ、錬金釜だ。すっごい光ってる。マナでいっぱいだ。これならまた錬金術ができるよ。
今回は俺にも見える。これがマナの光なのか。
これでもう確定したようなものだろう。
True. And look what Stellar Blade continued to be afterwards.
古代の錬金術師
Now we got fools out there calling it a waifu game, which it basically is, kinda. Or some guys are calling it Gooner bait. Come to think of it, that's what they also called Marvel Rivals, Gooner bait.
お姉さん、もしかして今からこの釜で何かするんですか？うん、錬金術の調合をするんだよ。すごい。ぜひオイラにお手伝いさせてください。オレっちも手伝ってね。力仕事ならオレっちに任せてよ。僕も美味しいもの作る。ありがとうみんな。よーし、頑張って調合するぞ。ああ。
But I've also heard that some people say that Stellar Blade shows that gamers still hate women.
ふんふん、ここがこうなって。
I'm glad they kept these cutscenes. Sadly, that's what some gamers say, though. Because they say it, because some dudes are saying like the game shames women's bodies and stuff like that. Like, it has a fucking female protag, so so what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, what are they talking about? Technically, it would be the opposite. If anything, it's practically lore. If anything, Stellar Blade is practically like, you know, lore. Especially for the male gamers who are men of culture like myself, but it's like I haven't even streamed that game yet, so I have yet to know what my experience would actually be like for Stellar Blade. I mean, shit, if the game can accumulate that much love and stuff and at least get out of the grasp of Sony's censorship, and then I'm going for it. Like, look at why Senran Kagura couldn't have those same properties as Stellar Blade because of the fact that Kenichiro Takaki didn't take the time to pull out of Sony when he had the chance. Now when he pulled out, he wasn't able to release Senran Kagura 7 yet. And look what we got now. We don't have anything for SK because he didn't pull out at the right time. And it's literally the same people that are hating women that still take the time to play it. I mean, shit, I'm so interested in the game. I want to give it a try. So I'm still gonna play Stellar Blade someday. Oh yeah, for sure. They need to start giving us names already so we can see who they are. Like, hear who they are, sorry. Oh yeah, for sure it does. Hell yeah. I like how they got the three of them showing up together with her when they do it. I dig that. Now I'm starting to see who they look like now. They look like Hiro from Gundam Wing. All three of them together look like Hiro from Gundam Wing. Their hair and everything is so resembled.
本当の錬金術なんだ。まだわからないことだらけだけど、これからもっと勉強して素材もいっぱい集め
Correction, I have my lollipop chainsaw. There you go.
て役に立てるかもしれないし、おじいちゃんのお店だってもう一度。おじいちゃん、私頑張るから。私のこと見守っててね。新たな時代の錬金術師の誕生だね。
なあ、エル。見せたいものがあるんだ。
どうしたんだい、急に改まって。
文字が刻まれた。
なんだって、見せてくれ。これは
おそらく古代文字の類だろう。残念だが、俺には何
You see, I knew you was gonna say that again, bro. I fucking knew it.
すまないが、解読を頼めないだろうか。
もちろんさ、もちろんだとも。こっちからお願いしてもいいくらいだ。だがこの文字は僕が今まで見てきたどの古代文字とも似ても似つかぬ形をしている。少し時間がかかりそうだよ。それでもいいかい？
ああ、もちろんさ。恩に着る。
It really does.
しかし
I wonder how much copies the Repop sold
ほぼすべて
for Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. I wonder how much like that copy sold when they dropped it.
一体何者なんだろうね。ま、おかげで確実に進展しつつあるわけだが、それが今後吉と出るか、はたまた凶と出るか。
俺は父さんが言い残そうとしたことをちゃんとやれているんだろうか。ねえ、父さん。
Cause like they don't just like bring out remasters and remakes of games just for them to fail horribly. So hopefully that actually had a bunch of good sales. You know, let me search up and see.
お仕事つらい。お腹すいた。おいおい、さっきおやつ食べたばかりだろ。俺っちたちの生活費がかかってるんだ。頑張れ。そうですよ。
Okay. So they sold over 400,000 units worldwide across all platforms as of June 2026.
あげられないからね。だからあんまり無理せず適当に手を抜いてね。
At least she has company in her house now. So that's good.
錬金術だけじゃなくて店の手伝いまでさせてるのか。
お、いらっしゃいスレイ。この子たち働き者で大助かりなんだよ。お姉さんゴールくれるって言うからさ。そういうことならやる気ビビだぜ。
なるほど。リアスは立派な妖精使いだな。
Let's see first week.
随分と賑やかじゃないか。
誰だ？
Is that the boy from the flashbacks? The one who was only a kid back then, or no? I heard a kid in the flashbacks, so I wonder if that was him that's grown.
確かに何年ぶりだろうな。ちょっと見ない間に大きくなったな。さっきカミラのとこに寄ったんだ。そうしたらリアスが店に戻ってるってんで。リアス、年派のいかない子供を働かせるのはおじさんに良くないと思うんだが。
違う。おじさんよく見て。この子たちは妖精さん。子供じゃないの。そうそう。俺っちたちは妖精さん。そんじょそこらの子供と思わないでくれよな。
なるほど。
まさか妖精が本当に存在するなんてな。しかも従業員として雇ってるなんてすごいじゃないか。
働き者の妖精たちで助かってるよ。
リアス、そろそろ紹介してもらえないか。
いかん、妖精に驚いてうっかりしていた。挨拶が遅れてしまって申し訳ない。私はハイターケルッセンだ。
Greatly indebted to Rias's grandfather.
見ての通り商人をやっていてね。リアスの言った通り、この子の昔からの知り合いさ。
ハイターさんですね。俺はスレイクロスリクターです。
スレイ君か。改めてよろしく。
ところでおじさん、今日はどうしたの？
ああ、ハルフェン復興計画のことを聞いてね。私も協力しようと思ってやってきたんだ。責任者がカミラだって言うから、さっき
So 400,000 units sold for
リアスのことを聞いたのさ。
about 400,000 copies sold for Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, which is real crazy. And that was right after its first anniversary.
だから何か協力できないかと思って来てみたってわけさ。
恩返しですか。
昔まだ私が駆け出し
And for anyone who's gonna say, "Oh, it's a Gunner game," it's not. It's literally not.
重い商品を背負って飲まず食わずで売り歩いても誰一人買ってくれやしなかった。それにあの頃は家族にも少々問題を抱えててね、自暴自棄になってしまっていたんだ。
Cause like I'm telling you right now, Lollipop Chainsaw was released in a time way before people even knew what the word Gunner was. Gunner was like a later slang. It was like literally a later slang word that was used like years later, way after the old days. So
あの時は生まれて初めて人前で盛大に泣いたよ。
おじさん、あの日は一日中泣きっぱなしだったよね。
そんなことがあったんですか。
だから今の私があるのはこの宿り木堂とおじいさんのおかげ。今こそ恩返しの時ってわけさ。
a very old classic game back in the day, and they're not. So whatever they're gonna say and say it's a Gunner game, it's not.
も全然足りてないから助かるよ。
Pretty sure Juliet was of appropriate age by the time. So I mean.
それ本当に助かるよ。ありがとうおじさん。
なるほど。現役の商人からお店のことを学べるなんて、これほどありがたいことはないな。
And the game literally started with her on her 18th birthday, so it was like...
偉いぞリアス。
The game was so popular. It's funny because
いくつか教えよう。
never played it back in the days. My first time, like, the only... I've seen Lollipop Chainsaw just through, and it's exactly as you say, through ads. Through ads, trailers, and everything, and just by seeing it on the marketplace back in the day when it first released and everything. I saw it from a distant point of view, and I literally had first played the game like about 5 years ago on PS3, because this was like before they popped. This was like obviously before they popped out the repop, but I had the premium edition, I think, and funny enough, the premium edition was already used because it was ordered from Amazon, but it was no, actually I think it was eBay. Yeah, eBay, but it was obviously already used though. But that premium. I think you guys remember the costumes that game had if you got the premium version, but it was like a bunch of costumes only used in Japan, I think. But if you redeemed them, I think I had redeemed them, but I couldn't use them though because they were Japanese DLC, and Japanese DLC are region locked, which means they can't really be used on your Actually, no, that's just PS3. Yeah. No, actually, no, wait, hold up. You know, that reminds me. That kind of got me thinking. No, wait, hold up. Yeah, PS3 Japanese DLC were region locked, right? PS4/5 is not. So I'm good then. So then I can buy the digital deluxe edition for Neptunia Unlimited. Okay, so that's just PS3. Yeah, bro, those were like the old days. Those were like the old days, bro. GameSpot and even the super old days with GameFly. Like, oh my god, bro. They used to do so much reviews and everything, bro. So much videos and practically everything. Oh my god.
さてどうしようか。
But what was it? I remember they were Japanese only DLC for Lollipop Chainsaw. And to my surprise, they had a Dead Man Wonderland Shiro DLC outfit for Juliet. They had that, and I don't know if people remember an anime called Manu Kensho. Well, it's not really well known out there. It's more of an ecchi anime. But they had Chief's outfit for Juliet from Manu Kensho, which is actually pretty rare because that anime is not really well known since it's ecchi only. So the fact that the developers actually remember that anime is kind of crazy.
何を並べようかな。
And I think that was it. Oh wait, they had a High School of the Dead DLC. They had a High School of the Dead DLC, but I forgot for which character. I think it was Ray. Forgot.
売れますように。 何を並べようかな。 売れますように。
For Lollipop Chainsaw or which one? Oh, okay, bet. Okay, all right. Don't we have Don't we have Don't we have a lot of characters with those on? I mean, we have Mugen from Samurai Champloo. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. Oh, then that changes everything then.
売り上げが出てますよ。
Oh, so this is what you were talking about then, Jab. Selling items and everything and raising the sales and stuff.
妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。
Bro, you know if it's fairy tale, every character's gonna have their own endings. Every character in fairy tale ship with each other.
ちょっと待ってよ。こんなに覚えなきゃいけないことあるの？
まだ基本的なことしか説明してないんだが、まあ一度に覚えろと言っても難しいか。
なんだかちょっと自信なくしそうかも。
弱気になるなよリアス。少しずつやっていけばいい。俺も手伝ってやるから。
いいの？
まあリアスは俺の目的に協力してくれてるだろう。その見返りとでも思ってくれ。
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay. Well, regardless though, if it's like those type of fairy tales and stuff like that, then could have sworn every fairy tale ends like those endings.
アトリエに悪空の道、そしてスレイ君の持つガイストコアか。悪空の道は異邦人の世界につながる道という。
That's like a male and a female fairy getting together and it's just a beautiful fairy tale ending.
信じられないと思います。ですが、すべて本当の話なんです。
疑ってはいないよ。現に私の目の前に妖精がいるんだからね。しかし一番驚いたのは錬金術の話だ。リアスがあの錬金術を使うようになったとはな。なんであれ、話してくれてありがたいよ。そっちの方も協力できそうなことはさせてもらおう。
本当ですか？ありがとうございます。
I'd be thinking all random fairy tales have a good ending, but
だいぶ話し飛んでしまったな。悪いけどそろそろおいとまさせてもらうよ。
そっか、また暇な時にお店来てね。久しぶりにいろいろお話ししたいし。
わかった。そういえば二人はランドルフ君のことは知ってるよな。
姉さんの補佐のランドルフでしょ？どうかしたの？
どうも人手を探していたようだった。もし協力できそうなら行ってみるといい。こういうところで恩を売ってつながりを深めるのも商売には必要なことだからね。それじゃ。
Well, I wouldn't say Peter Pan is like a fairy tale. That's like fantasy. Because Peter Pan was originally it was actually originally a stage play before they made it into a Disney film. This was like before they animated it into a Disney classic, so it's not really a fairy tale, but it's more of like fantasy. But in reality, when you think about it, in conspiracy theories, it's actually a dark fantasy. Not that type of berserk shit, which is good. Berserk is good, but not that type of berserk stuff. It's actually, and remember we talked about this before. Peter Pan abducts children and takes them to a random ass land without their consent. What consent? They're still young. I'm just saying.
ターさんの話、いろいろ勉強になった。
That is the most perfectest
それで
DLC outfit I've seen.
どうする？
一応
This is why I chose this over the swimsuit, bro.
星の
Tight pants make a girl's ass look way bigger. And Bandu top, so much better than a bikini top. Although then again, no. You can see more cleavage on bikini tops, but still though, respect.
もう暗くなる時間なの？
Yo, you're right. Yo, you're right. You're definitely right. It's just a shame though, because he was. It's just a shame though, because he was sometimes like an idiot in the movie. That was the only sad thing. He was an idiot in the movie, and Peter Pan always tricked his ass and shit. Dude would always use a fake voice, saying, "Which one of you was gonna walk the plank?" Dude was like, I don't know. Like if he was smart, I get that his whole character is supposed to be stupid, but if he was smart, Peter Pan would easily be defeated.
さて、どうしようか。何を並べようかな。売れますように。売れますように。売れますように。売れますように。何を並べようかな。売れますように。何を並べようかな。
Let's see how we can connect these fully.
売れますように。何を並べようかな。
So if it's red, that means that's bad. It means the sales will go down then.
何を並べようかな。
うわ、もう明るくなったか。
さて、どうしようか。 お店は順調ですよ。誰にお願いしようかな。それじゃあお願いね。
Inventory.
さて、お店はうまくいってるかな。
Hmm. Sell cloth, sell plant food. Alright, so let's see.
さてどうしよう、何を並べようかな。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。ちょっと休憩。
たくさん売れるといいな。
売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じか。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。街がもっと活気づいてきたみたい。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。さてどうしようか。売れますように。売れますように。売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。ちょっと休憩。売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じか。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。街がもっと活気づいてきたみたい。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。さてどうしようか。売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。
Low energy, okay.
こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。さてさて、お店はうまくいってるかな。
So they're low on energy. I forgot. I forgot how we healed them. I think it's through rest. I think. Hold up. Maybe it's through resting. Well, that didn't work. Hold on. Oh, never mind. It recovers when you go out into battle. Okay. Before I go anywhere, I'm gonna go out and grind. I'll wait till 12:30 hits and then I'll stop.
さーて始めますか。
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思いっ
気力
きり戦
十分だ。
えよ。
前に出るこの一撃でそこだ。楽に勝ててよかったよ。楽勝だったな。
さーて始めますか。
ああ、俺たちが力を合わせれば勝てるさ。
思いっきり戦えるよ。よし次
手数で攻めるぞ。行くぞ。楽に勝ててよかったよ。
まだまだ私の成長は止まらないよ。簡単に勝てたね。楽に勝てそうな相手。
弱そうに見えても油断はするなよ。手数
思いっき
で攻め
り戦えるよ。
楽に勝ててよかったよ。お、何か見つけたぞ。
どこに行こうかな。
アトリエに行くのか。
なあスレイ、このアトリエはすごいよ。オートの図書館にも残されていないような生の錬金術に関する資料や機材がわんさかさっさだ。
やけに嬉しそうだな。もしかして何か面白いものでも見つけたのか。
よくぞ聞いてくれたスレイ君。あれを見たまえ。あれを。あれって何？何でも調べによると複製機という代物らしい。いろんな道具をその名の通り複製できる装置さ。
複製だって。
Bro, 28? How long does... How hard is it to rack in the EXP
これだから
for,
とは困る。
to reach 28?
錬金術の
Maybe I should just work on that right now then, just in case. Oh my god.
使える装置なんだよ。
I think I'll just do that instead, before I even progress. I'll do one more open store before I stop then.
これが複製機か。
Is this in a later chapter, or...?
これって俺っちでも使えるのかい？ゴールもらえるなら率先してお手伝いしちゃうぜ。もちろん君たちにも可能だろうね。あ、なるほど。今君はいいことを言ったよポック。調査に行っている間、妖精たちに複製を頼んでおけば戻った時に足りない分の道具を即補充できるじゃないか。任せときな。俺っちがコールと引き換えに何でもわんさか複製しちゃうぜ。
Can't blame him for loving his money, I sure do.
まあ自分で用意する手間をお金で買うと思えば確かに便利かもしれない。それじゃあお願いしちゃおうかな。
I hate when they say the word I can't pay you much. Everyone doing their past? Everyone doing their part? They had this in Ryza. Hold up. Item replication. Or is this different from item duplication? restocking and auto restocking, and they have that. They had that option in Sophie too. Restock. Yes, I guess I'll open up the shop then real quick.
どこに行く？アトリエに行くのか？
一丁行きますか。お店は順調ですよ。さてさて、お店はうまくいってるかな？
So the health does return when you go out. When you go out, then okay.
売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じか。
And that's the max level for merchant. Shows red. Fright has open for business. Okay.
さて、どうしようか。売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じか。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。どれを増やすんだい？
So if we use high tier materials to sell, that gives much bigger EXP then?
さて、どうしようか。売れますように。売れますように。
Let's see.
売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。これでどうでしょう。お買い得ですよ。売り上げが出てますよ。こんな感じか。妖精さんと仲良くなれてきたかも。
So I'd have to switch them for certain other things though, because they're not. One of them was not good at carrying certain items. So.
さて、どうしようか。売れますように。こんにちは。お店は順調ですよ。さてさて、お店はうまくいってるかな？
Okay, so they're low on health, but what I'll do real quick is
ようかな。それじゃあお願いね。誰にお願いしようかな。
I'll switch them over and see if they're good at doing certain things.
それじゃあお願いね。誰にお願いしようかな。誰にお願いしようかな。それじゃあお願いね。
Did I switch them already, or hold up?
誰におね、それじゃあお願いね。誰にお願いしようかな。
So then over here would be for customer service then?
それじゃあお願いね。誰にお願いしよう。それじゃあお願いね。誰にお願いしようかな。誰にお願いしようかな。誰にお願いしようかな。誰にお願いしようかな。それじゃあお願いね。誰に、それじゃあお願いね。誰にお願いしようかな。誰にお願いしようかな。
Crap, I think I did it wrong. Hold up. How do I know whether I've switched them fully then? Hold up. Real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay. So customer service, okay, and
しようかな。それじゃあお願いね。
then for cleaning,
しようかな。それじゃあお願いね。
then Poku's over here. Okay. Alright, let me stop right there. I'll be back tomorrow, most likely with blue reflection, I guess. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.